Hey, Shalom, Shalom, Akim. This is Brother Mayim coming back at it with another lesson through the Spirit and Power of Yahweh Shemel Shai. I want to give all the praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruchah HaKodash. Double honors to the elders, apostles of the Great Millstone, and much blessing and salutations to the Akim around the four corners of the earth, who are diligently pushing out this truth and its truth and sincerity. And I just want to do a quick little video here on these couple things that have been, coming out this week. And Elon Musk was just out at the Oval Office, with Trump, and they did this little press conference. Elon had his son there, and one of the things that Elon Musk was speaking about, as far as what they're doing with Doge, and that's to use as it has here in this article. It has a synopsis that says Elon Musk suggested moving U.S. Treasury operations to the blockchain to enhance transparency and efficiency. Critics worry about potential inflation, slower transaction processing, and risks to the U.S. dollar's dominance. Okay, but again, let me get this word here, transparency, because this is again. We've been in starting from the apostles on down. We've been telling y'all, all right, the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, who the world really calls God and Jesus Christ, that's been on the prophets out here, in these last days. And hey, that's a spirit. The time this article came out was at 10:44 p.m. And it says, we've been telling y'all that these devils would come and present the MOTB system as a form of peace and safety. All right, so let's get this word transparency. Transparency, we're going to get the etymology. It says it's a noun from the 1610s, a condition of being transparent, pervious to light. It says the meaning that which is transparent, intended to be seen by means of transmitted light. In photography of a positive picture on glass intended to be viewed by transmitted light. The adjective, it says transparent, presenting no obstacle to the passage of light, so that what is behind can be distinctly seen. Okay, and this is what this devil is doing, man, because again, Esau's as Elder Yashawam brought out a few years ago, a part of Esau's contract with Satan himself. All right, the Lord's counterpart here on the earth, on the left hand side, which is Satan himself. Esau's deal with him to have the power that he has, to be able to do the witchcraft that he does. He's made he's had to make things transparent. Okay, he's had to make these deals to present the things that he's getting ready to do to the people of the earth. And I want to get the etymology, or not the etymology, but the definition of transparency. It says again, the same thing as the etymology. It says the quality of allowing light to pass through so that objects behind can be distinctly seen. It says the quality of being easy to perceive or detect. You see? And one thing that's for sure is the prophets of Yahweh Shem Shai have been seeing the things that this devil is doing, man. All right? As it says in this precept here, let me just pull it up. And which one? Let me see where it's at. I think it's Ephesians. All right, one thing that the Lord has given the prophets the ability to do is to see what the devil is doing before he actually does it, because it's been written in the scriptures. All right, so Ephesians 6:11, it says, I'll read 10. It says, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. All right, and the wiles of the devil, let's just get that word there real quick. All right, this is exactly what we see happening, in today's day and age, with all these different programs and systems that are getting put into place. These are all a part of the wiles of the devil. which the Greek word here is methodia, which is where the word method comes from. And it says here the outline of the biblical usage is cunning arts, deceit, craft, trickery. Okay, and it says here the KJV translates strong G3180 in the following manner: lie in wait. And that's what this devil does, man. He is lying in wait. Okay, as the scriptures talk about in the book of Luke, that I think that's Luke chapter 19, that trench that's being set about, and we're nigh at the door of the modern day 70 AD, so to say. All right, we even have DJ Trump, which through the Spirit the apostle has brought out, a few years back as well. With Donald Trump being that man. All right, and it fits. All right, even down to what he's doing now, and it's becoming even more clear that the apostle was on point, that the Spirit was dealing with the apostle, man, with Apostle Tahar, with Donald Trump being Nero back in the reincarnation, man. And when you look at the economic policies that Esau Edom, Nero in specific, was doing or bringing out in his time, it lines up with what you have Donald Trump doing in these times today. Okay, but let me get this word, because what ended up coming up at the end of we're not really even at the end, during Nero's rule, was it was a crackdown on you Israelites, man, and it eventually led to 70 AD, which was the complete siege of Jerusalem. All right, so this is that quick precept on that. Luke 19 and 43, it says, "For the days shall come upon thee, that thine enemy shall cast a trench about thee, and compass thee round, and keep thee in on every side." You see, and so when you do a trench, when you create a trench, when in the sense of the formation of a trench, which we know this word goes into something deeper, but during 70 AD, that's what the Roman army did to Jerusalem. They set about a trench around the whole city, and they build a fence around it as well, to basically not allow anyone to come and go. Okay, and again, we're gonna get into it, that correlating to what Esau Edom is doing today. But when you make a trench, you're lying in wait and waiting for your enemy to either dwindle or try to make a move. Okay, that's the whole purpose of sieging a city or a people. Okay, because you want them to either perish on their own, okay, as the time goes by, or you lie in wait for the people that you're putting the trench around to to lie in wait in hopes that they retaliate, so that you can have the advantage over them, because you can see them coming. Okay, as you already have them surrounded. And that's what this devil is doing, man. He's been throughout the years surrounding you Israelites, all right, through his policies, all right, through these different programs that he's been bringing about, to eventually lead to where we're at today, man, which is this bringing about of this MOTB, which is the mark of the beast spoken about in Revelation 13. This is what we see being put out now in the forefront. Okay, this is real quick, Luke 19 again. I'll read it. It says 43, "For the days shall come upon thee, that thine enemy shall cast a trench about thee." And that happened in 70 AD with the siege of Jerusalem. That is happening again today as we are approaching the true day of judgment, all right, the day like no other. It says, "Shall cast a trench about thee, and compass thee round, and keep thee on every side." So let's get that word there for trench real quick. All right, it's the word karax. Okay, which is the root word of the word karagma, which is going into that mark. Okay, in the modern day, karax, okay, it's going to be this MOTB in its form of how it's going to be pushed inside of you. Okay, so this is this is what we see happening, man. This is what these devils are doing, man, with this whole transition, and transition from the modern day currency to this digital currency. Okay, so real quick, Let me read a little bit of this article because a lot of you Americans, man, this is what you voted in. This is why Isaiah chapter 19 talks about that the Lord shall give thee over to a cruel king, man. Because this devil's going to do the complete opposite of what he promised you Americans by making America great. It's only going to bring the collapse of America. All right, what DJ Trump is doing. All right, so Salaki, I had to take care of a couple things real quick. All right, but let me just read a little bit of this article. Because again, as I was saying, Esau Edom has been laying these snares before you people, man. And now y'all are starting to ask questions as to why they're doing particular things when now it's too late, man. All these things that Esau Edom has been doing over the years has been for this moment that we're arriving at now. And that's why a lot of y'all are starting to have these questions, man. But instead of seeking the answers from the men of the Lord, the ones that have been telling you these things, as it tells us in Ezekiel 33, verse 33, it says, and when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them. And a lot of y'all are still under the notion of denial, man. Here it is, you're seeing the things take place. You see the words of Yahweh Shimei Shai that the prophets have been pushing coming to pass. But a lot of y'all are still filled with pride, man. You don't want to take heed to what these devils are doing. Or you don't want to take heed to the fact that the prophets of Yahweh Shimei Shai were right. Okay? Because now you're seeing the setup that this devil's doing, man. Okay? Trying to move the U.S. Treasury, which he says here. Again, I'll read the synopsis. Says Elon Musk suggests moving U.S. Treasury operations to the blockchain to enhance transparency and efficiency. So he's essentially moving the operations of the U.S. Treasury. The money is going to be able to be put on a blockchain. All right, that's going to allow everything to all the transactions to be done digitally. Okay, which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, yep. It says, what is Elon Musk's plan for the U.S. Treasury? Musk is proposing that the U.S. Treasury move its operations to the blockchain, potentially tracking federal spending, managing payments, and safeguarding data through decentralized systems, but the specifics are still unclear. And again, I know a couple of the elders have been making mention of this, apostles as well, that these things would start with the government, man. And it's been happening through the government for years. Okay, with particular programs Esau Edom has been put into into place. Okay, now these things are coming together. Okay, as the scriptures talk about. Let me get this quick precept. Okay. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 13 and verse 12. And it reads, for now we see through a glass darkly, right? And we've been looking at these prophecies from afar for, in the times past, through a glass darkly, meaning, things we understood what would be taking place, but, starting from the apostles on down, we weren't really, we didn't know exactly how this devil would bring about certain things. But now we're starting to see these things as it goes on to say. It says, but then face to face. Now I know in part, but then shall I know even as also I am known. So just like people know who you are, people have seen your face before. Well, that's how these things are going to become to be known here on the earth. And it's becoming more evident of what Esau is doing, man. Again, the Lord exposing this man. Okay, Lamentations 4 and 21. I read it says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. So this is what Esau Edom is coming to an understanding of, is that he doesn't have much time, which Revelations 12 and 12 tells you that he shall come down upon you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he has but a short time. So Esau knows that this cup of this suffrage that he's bringing to the world is going to pass on to him. So now what? It says, thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. And the Lord has mingled this perverse spirit amongst Esau so that he can make himself naked. Okay, so that he can be revealed to the world as the wicked that he's been known to be in the scriptures, man. All right, and throughout history. It's just now people are just now catching on to this man is the devil, which again, the prophets of Yahweh Bashim El Shai have been telling you that these devils were bringing about these things, man. All right. Again, going into this whole payment system, then putting this whole U.S. Treasury, with investigation of its transactions, making it wanting to put it on a blockchain to make it visible and tracked. This is just a precursor to what they want to bring to the public world, or just to the public. Okay, where everyone's transactions, everyone's comings and goings, as the Most High knows all these things, are being monitored. And this is why the scriptures describe Esau Edom as being that or as setting himself up as the Most High. Okay, as it tells us for in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, it says, verse 3, it says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, speaking of the day of Yahweh Bashim El Shai, shall not come, except their coming falling away first, and that happened. 70 AD came, Israel was dispersed, we were taken into captivity, we forgot who we were, we fell away, and then it goes on to say in the precept, and that man of sin be revealed. And the man of sin is being revealed, man. He's being shown, his nakedness is being shown, man. Okay, meaning his secrets, the things that he's been doing behind closed doors, is becoming revealed to the world. Okay, that he is the wicked one. It says the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, so that he as the Most High sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. You see, and that's what this devil is trying to do. That's ultimately what he's trying to accomplish by switching over everything to this a so-called blockchain system. Okay, to be able to track everything you do. And the way that Esau Edom is going to be able to monitor all these things is by RFID microchip. Okay, that's going to be in you, as you see Elon Musk already a part of a program called Neuralink to monitor you, man. Where this thing that's going to be inside of you is going to monitor everything that you do from your transactions, all right, from where you go. Okay, and there's even been, throughout the years, mentions of monitoring, even how many times you have sex, man. Okay, which you already know they can do that, because they have that somewhat of a system like that over there in China with keeping track of how many children you have, where you can't surpass a certain amount. Well, it wouldn't be anything for these devils to have a digital way to monitor that. Okay. So real quick, Job 20 and 22, it says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. And see, and this is what this devil is under the idea, is that he's going to be able to fully satisfy himself. Okay. And that's why in verse 22 it says, in the fullness of his sufficiency. Okay, so just when this devil thinks that he's just about to get off on the whole world, okay, by becoming a power on this on this earth that knows everything about you, that monitors you, okay, that can control your entire being. Okay, just before he's able to do that, the Lord is going to disappoint this man. Okay. And in the midst of all this chaos that we see Trump bringing about, okay, he's making more enemies for America. Okay. Let me get this in the NLT. Job 20 and 22 again. In the NLT, it says, in the midst of plenty, they will run into trouble and be overcome by misery. May the Most High give them a belly full of trouble. May the Most High rain down his anger upon him. And this is what's going to happen, man. The Lord is going to rain down his anger, because the time of the Gentiles is going to be fulfilled. The bounds that the Lord has set these devils that rule this earth is going to have been met. And that's why the scriptures talk about this place being Babylon, the great, the virgin daughter of Babylon, because what happened to the ancient Babylon? It was measured, it was found, and it was judged. Okay. Daniel's 5 and 25, it says, and this is the writing that was written, many tekel upharsin, if I'm pronouncing that, a farson. It says, this is the interpretation of the thing. Many, the Most High hath numbered thy kingdom and finished it. You see, and this place has been numbered, man. It had a set measure for it to fulfill as far as his wicked doings on the earth, and it's been met, man. Okay, it says, tickled, thou art weighed in the balances and are found wanting. Yeah, you found lacking, man. It says, Peres, thy kingdom is divided and given unto the Medes and Persians, man. And who are the modern day Medes and who are the modern day Persians? That's a question for you to look up, man. Okay, seeing that these things are taking place on the earth. Okay, because everyone likes to use this saying of history repeats itself, but when it comes down to the history of the Bible, no one wants to say that this is repeatable. But here it is. We're seeing the exact same things that were done once upon a time happening again through America. Okay, so hey, man, this place has been numbered, man. It's about, its measure has been pretty much almost met, man. You know, and as it talks about in Matthew's, I think that's chapter 7. All right, with the harvest. Maybe it's not Matthew 7. Maybe it's another chapter in Matthew's, maybe 13. Yep, Matthew's chapter 13. I'll just read it real quick. Verse 38. Is this it? Yep. Matthew's 13 and 38, it says, the field is the world, or 37. It says, he answered and said unto them, he that soweth the good seed is the Son of Man. The field is the world, and this is the breakdown of the parable. The field is the world, the good seed are the children of the kingdom, meaning the elect, but the tares are the children of the wicked one. The enemy that sowed them is the devil. The harvest is the end of the world, and the reapers are the angels. As therefore the tares are gathered and burnt in the fire, so shall it be in the end of this world. You see, and this is the wrath of the Heavenly Father that's getting ready to come upon this place, man, is that fire that's going to be sent upon the earth, man. Okay. And it says, the Son of Man shall send forth his angels, and they shall gather out of his kingdom all things that offend, and them that do iniquity, and shall cast them into a furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Then shall the righteous shine forth as the sun in the kingdom of their Father. Who hath ears to hear, let him hear, man. So this is the time that we're getting ready to come to, because this harvest, it's here, man. The harvest is the end of the world, and is when there's a harvest, man, that means the crop has yielded its fruit. Okay, it's met its measure of time to grow, and the time for judgment, as it talks about in Ecclesiastes 3, man. This is that time now that the Lord is going to bring about judgment. Okay, Ecclesiastes 3. I'll just start at verse 1. It says, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the sun. And see, this is the season for judgment that we're entering into, man. Okay, this being the hopeful year of our deliverance and the judgment to be brought upon the wicked of this world. This is that season, man. So expect things to ramp up. Okay, it says a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. So this is the time of the harvest, man, because what the Lord planted, as far as this devil being set up as the one to rule this earth, now it's time for him to be plucked up, man. Okay, it says verse 3, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. And again, these are a part of the days of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, the time to refrain from embracing. This is that the love of many waxing cold, man. As more and more division comes about in this country, man, it's only going to continue to get worse. Okay, it says a time to get and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to cast away, a time to rent and a time to sow, a time to keep silent and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. And a time of war is here upon us, man. It's more specific, a war upon you Israelites, man, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, because that's who this devil is truly coming down upon, having great wrath. All these things that he's coming out for, man, is really to attack y'all, man, to make your life a living hell, so that when shit truly hits the fan, you have no other choice but to come to him. Because that's what he's done throughout your entire existence, is make life so difficult, and then he comes with the solution and present it to you as if it's the only way out, so that you Israelites have no other choice but to come to him for the one of all things, as the scriptures tell us would happen. Okay? And it's no different in these last days, man. Order out of chaos. That's Esau's motto, man. He creates the chaos to bring about an order afterwards. And this order that he's bringing about is going to be this new image of the beast, all right, which is the NWO. Okay? And that RFID microchip, which is the MOTB, is going to be a part of that NWO, man. That image. Okay, it's going to be a part of this whole program that's being instituted on this whole entire planet, man. Okay, where you're going to be a part of the program. You're going to be a part of the system itself because it's going to be in you. Okay. So, hey, Lord's with us was edifying. I want to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Ruach HaKodash. Double honors to the elders, apostles of Great Millstone, and much blessing and salutations to the Akim on the four corners of the earth who are diligently pushing out this truth and this truth and sincerity. With that, I say shalom.